Pre-order बिल्कुल नहीं करना चाहिए game के लिए. Ladies and gentlemen, I said do not pre-order video games. I had to go a little bilingual there to hit as many people as I could. Ladies and gentlemen, pre-ordering games is incredibly dumb. Unless a game is incredibly rare, alright, unless the developers and publishers have made 4 copies, maybe it's worth it. But for a game like Battlefield or Call of Duty or any big, massive, popular game, they've made more copies than the Bible, alright? In fact, if you're gonna buy a game digital, pre-ordering does nothing for you. It's not like they're gonna run out of copies on the servers that they use to distribute the game. Now that I've given through that general statement, I like what I saw, dude. I like Battlefield 2042. Maybe not as much as Breaking Bad. I mean, that is one of the best shows out there, but I like Battlefield 2042. Now, granted, audience, so far we have just seen a CGI trailer. I don't want to hype myself up. I don't hype myself for video games. Cyberpunk 2077 has taught everyone that I know that hyping yourself up is just a bad time. Now, what we've seen is game engine footage, which basically is a fancy word of saying, our engine's so good we can crank up the graphics to no end. People with 3090s are not going to have the game look this good when it drops, okay? People are going to be playing on medium-high settings that'll look half as good as what we're seeing here. And if you're on a console, well, you're not even going to get close to what EA is trying to pimp out. But, ladies and gentlemen, that being said, graphics are one thing. The Battlefield is another thing. Now, I'm a big Battlefield fan, okay? I like the Battlefield. I probably put thousands of hours across the board into this entire franchise. As much of a single-player gamer as I am, there is no better multiplayer experience than Battlefield, done right. You know, I'm a big Siege player, but I would throw away Siege or any shooter, Halo, if it meant I could jump in to Conquest Large with a full stack player base going ham on a game like Battlefield, alright? So Battlefield 2042 gets announced, and it seems like it's a prequel to Battlefield 2142, which, yes, last time I checked, is indeed a game. A game that is so good that I would highly recommend you pick it up again, because it has Titan battle mode, meaning that you can rocket up to actual Titans and blow them from within. Really cool shit, okay? Really cool stuff. But Battlefield 2042 got its trailer dropped, and I'm going to give a quick cursory glance over it just to really cover the real points that I wanted to look at. It's basically a map showcase that is filmed like it's an action movie trailer, okay? It shows the highlight of what you're probably going to be doing with this game. And the highlight is they've got a ton of people on screen, a ton of violence, a ton of anger. They're definitely not showing the entire player base sitting around camping with LMGs blowing each other up. No, that would be boring. There's a lot of explosions. There's a lot of cool visuals. In fact, one of my favorite scenes was this Middle Eastern city enveloped by a dust storm that had some of the nicest buildings that I've seen. Felt like I was looking at Dawnbreaker 2.0. Point is, shit looks good. In fact, it was so good that Battlefield has embraced who they truly are and the community for once, where they actually showed the Duke, okay? One motherfucker jumping out of his planes. Remember, audience, the game will never look this good when it drops. That's gorgeous, okay? That's like what Ace Combat wants to be. You jump out of the plane, bring out a rocket launcher, and blow the plane following you up to high heavens, then jump back into your own aircraft, your jet, alright? It is one of the nicest meme-tacular things that I've ever seen. And if you want to see it done in practice, oh boy, sit around. This is from Battlefield 3. What's impressive is this motherfucker's playing on a console from what I remember, okay? You can tell by the weird aliasing. So they're flying their jet, doing some double kills and shit. They go straight in the air. They know they're being tracked by an enemy. Jumps out, whips the RPG-7, blows this dude to Kingdom Come, and then jumps back. You're not going to get those fancy animations. That's the general expectation. So yes, Battlefield knows the audience is going to try to achieve this and hit the world record Duke when this game drops. But yeah, that's basically what we're getting down to. The game looks great from a CGI trailer standpoint, alright? That's pretty much what I want to say. Now, the trailer's 5 minutes, so I would highly recommend you give it a watch on your own, but it's a CGI trailer, so they'll be revealing gameplay down on Sunday, and maybe I might make another video when I look at that, but I just wanted to get my thoughts out. I like this from a fan standpoint, okay? They have literally captured all-out warfare, alright? That's pretty much what the Battlefield franchise is known for. That's what it should stick to, okay? No fucking bullshit battle royales, none of this 5-on-5 crap. I understand. Battlefield knows they're at their best when they have a shit ton of people on screen, literally doubling their server count, okay? 128 players, and we're just gonna blow shit up. So let's go look at some of the other extra that's been happening regarding Battlefield. So going onto their actual website, they have the maps list, right? Thankfully not Twitter maps, this is game maps. And if we go into this, got a little 7 maps, a little scientific pig name, little sus 7 maps on launch. A little dry there, dog. I'm telling you right now, the other Battlefield games, Battlefield 4 and 3 had, I ain't seeing no Noshar canals on there. I'm just saying. But let's look at the map. So you got Orbital, which is in French Guiana, all right? It's the spaceship, you know, where the rocket, you know, shoots up into the air. Maybe they might have a space component to it. Highly fucking unlikely. But, yeah, it just seems like a space station map. Kind of cool. Now you've got Hourglass, which is, my opinion, the coolest looking map. It's in Doha, Qatar, okay? Fight in the city lost to its desertification around it. Now, with the player count of 128, that better be the whole motherfucking city I'm playing in, okay? Otherwise, if this is just Dawnbreaker size, we're not having a good time. It's gonna be Operation Metro grenades everywhere again. Now, we also got Kaleidoscope, which is in Songdo, South Korea. Again, we better have a whole heck of a lot of city. And it better not be Siege of Shanghai, where only one building goes down. I'm going to make sure almost every building here goes down in my player matches. I don't know if that's a good thing to say. Maybe I'm on a watch list, but you get the point, okay? Manifest. Branny Island, Singapore. Basically, Paracel Storm 2.0, baby. Discarded? Haha, India? Bharati Logage? No, it's not a city. It's apparently a shipyard, I guess, which is okay. Breakaway, Antarctica. I always knew this franchise would go to Antarctica, man. Go to the place where human beings can't legally get to. Which is an interesting one. Kind of looks like Damavon Peak, but it is Antarctica. I like to fight in sub-zero temperatures. Kind of interesting. Then we've got Renewal, which is Eastern Desert, Egypt. I almost thought this may have been a Battle Royale map, given how they were splitting this up. But thankfully, it is not. It is just a map in Egypt with great sand dunes and a great wall to secure an elite part of a city, I guess, which is fine. But these are all the maps you're getting. So, given the fact that this game is $70, audience, $70 if you buy a PS5 version. If you get the gimped PS4 version with half the player count, $60. And if you get the PC version, which has every bell and whistle, $60 as always. What can I say? PC gaming is great. You get 7 maps. Now, these better be good maps, okay? These better be great maps if you're only given a 7, all right? It's a little dry, in my opinion. If you're going to make a multiplayer-only game that has no campaign component, no co-op component, you better give me more than 7 fucking maps is what I'm saying, dog. Now, they've also got game experiences like All-Out Warfare. We know that's what Battlefield's going to come up to. That dude's dangerously fucking close to the edge of the building. That's not right. We've also got Redacted, which, zombie mode? I don't know, what the fuck. Hazard Zone? Ooh, squat up and drop down into the Hazard Zone, an all-new high-stakes multiplayer experience. I'm going to bet my left testicle, and I know I bet that a lot, that this is just a fucking Battle Royale mode that's going to ship 6 months down the road. Remember how Call of Duty made Modern Warfare, and they were like, ooh, big game, we all loved it? 6 months later, they released Warzone, and now Modern Warfare looks like it's just attached to Warzone. Yeah, I feel like this is going to be some free-to-play Battle Royale shit they release 6 months down the road, which is going to be hotcake for the kiddies. But we all know the real waifu is the All-Out Warfare, don't we? 10 years it took to bring the world to the brink. Rising sea levels, collapsing economies. Just say that you're talking about the climate clock. They've also got the rise of the no-pats. Now this is interesting. Left behind, displaced, band together into ragtag fleets in search for safe harbor. Basically climate refugees at this point. Media calls them non-patrioted. They call themselves no-pats. Ooh, this was written by somebody out of touch. New normal. Humanity adapts to the new normal. Revolutions in energy, desert, irrigation, hydraulic leaves. However, with no way to repatriate 1.2... You know, I would really love to read most of this, but EA doesn't fucking care. You don't want to know why they don't care? Because they do not even have a campaign to this game, okay? Now, I'm going to stay over here and just sort of reiterate. I don't have an issue with Electronic Arts taking out the campaign. I'm going to buy this game for the multiplayer. When I look at a $60 price tag on any video game or a $70 price tag, I look at how many hours I'm going to put in. As a Battlefield enjoyer, I'm probably going to put in 1,000 hours plus into this game, which means my $70 investment makes fucking sense. Now, again, fully stating the fact here. For anybody new jumping into this, $70 is a lot of money, regardless of who you are. So if you're gonna put $70 on a game that has 7 fucking maps, yeah, the hardcore players like me are probably gonna eat that shit up. But if you take out things like a campaign, and remember, I grew up in the Xbox 360 generation. Back then, we got Battlefield games with a full multiplayer, an actual campaign. We don't get it over here. Listen, I would rather have some half-ass 5-hour campaign, because at least in a campaign for Battlefield, while it's not good, Battlefield campaigns most of the times aren't great anyways, it would at least help new players assimilate themselves with the mechanics of the game, and at least in some capacity would get you ready for the game ahead of time, okay? And it would give you just a bit more value for the $70. How hard is it to half-ass your campaign? Come on now, EA. And for some co-op missions, at least throw some bones. Come on, EA. What the fuck? $70 for a purely multiplayer game that's already battle passed to the wazoo? Little hardcore in my opinion. I'm gonna get it because I'm a fan, but I can definitely see this price tag pissing off anybody who wants to just jump into this franchise. Now, Battlefield looks really good. It looks like it has all-out warfare. The last thing I want with Battlefield 2042 is for this game to have a casualized class system or something that is just... Lately, I haven't gotten into the Battlefield World War II games because A, I don't like the scenario they put you in. I don't like World War II or World War I. I don't think it's exciting. I think the weapons from that era suck. I think, in general, the locales from that area suck. Battlefield is just not cutting it. So when it goes into that modern era, or at least in my opinion, the Vietnam era, or, you know, that Cold War era, I'm all for that generation of shooter. So when I look at Battlefield, I'm hoping that with this game, they introduce a crap ton of weapons, a crap ton of unlockables, at launch, not 6 months down the road. Now, it seems like they're going to do that, but they have a specialist system, right? Which is choose your role on the battlefield. So basically the squad system as we expected. So here they've got 4 operators out of the 10 that they've introduced. And what do these operators do? Well, this guy has a grappling hook. So basically a scout guy, all right? This girl over here has the Surrett pistol and combat surgeon. Medic class, let's not be an idiot. This guy over here has the sentry operator and sentry system. Basically support / engineer. And what does this sniper guy have? Recon drone and movement sensor. Basically what's already in Battlefield 4, a scout class. I don't know why we went with specialists. I would rather me just make a soldier up and pick a class out of the game at the outfitting screen. But hey, whatever. The gameplay reveal will hopefully explain more of this as time goes on. Now, to summate all of this game also has a battle pass component, and it also has a live service component. And I know live service is never good. I hate the whole concept of live services, but in this case, they have a game that's constantly updating with seasons or whatever. So as long as what they're giving you in a battle pass is strictly cosmetic, I'm talking about just vehicle skins, the occasional like anime gun skin that they add, but the rest of the maps and expansion pack updates are free, meaning that the player base isn't fucking split between who has disposable income and who doesn't, is fine by me, okay? I think I can live with that. I've grown to appreciate that games like Rainbow Six Siege do the exact same thing and keep the player base unanimous in at least some capacity. And I want the same for Battlefield, because that is a big problem with the other Battlefield games. But that all said, though, with everything sort of brought in, I'm overall positive. Listen, I'm excited to play this game, okay? There are some problems with it, but there are a lot of positives that I'm seeing, especially for us hardcore Battlefield fans out there. So, that being said, let's see how the gameplay reveal is on Sunday. Maybe it might be a total lemon, maybe it won't. I'm excited, okay? I'm positive. I've got my positivity going off the charts. That being said, if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike it if you dislike it. I am out.